Hello friends, welcome to website automationcommunity.com. In the previous video, we have already seen how to link Factory IO with Siemens TIA portal. So from this video, we are going to start our first example, that is speed control of conveyor using Factory IO and TIA portal. Because without using any hardware, we are going to do simulation. So our aim is to run and stop the conveyor with two push buttons, that are start button and reset button, and also we want to control the speed of conveyor using potentiometer. So exactly the idea will be clear to you after watching this video. So this is the scene I have created in our Factory IO, and this is our control panel. By pressing the start button, we can start our conveyor. So you can see right now the potentiometer is at 1.6 and you can see the speed. As I will increase my potentiometer, observe the speed of the conveyor is increasing. So this is like controlling the speed of conveyor by using VFD. So generally what we do, as an input on the control panel, we have potentiometer. You can see this is the full speed, and the potentiometer signal is given to PLC, and PLC will give 0 to 10 volts to our VFD. And based on this, you can see the speed is increasing and decreasing. So this is the thing we are going to learn today. Right now we don't need to do any wiring, but in case you want to do this project in actual hardwares, so what will be the wiring look like? So let us see that. Assume this is our PLC S1200. So first of all, we have to give single phase line neutral supply for working of this PLC. After that, through this PLC we get 24 volt output, which we will use to connect our inputs. So first of all, connect our M terminal to the common terminal, that is 1M of digital inputs. Now we will use this L plus, means positive 24 volt, and connect it to all our inputs. Now each push button will have two wires. As you can see, the one wire is connected to the positive terminal. So it's another wire we will connect it to zero input of our PLC. So this will be 0.0, and similarly the reset button will be connected to 0.1. Now we also have one analog input, that is our potentiometer, so that we will connect it over here at 0 number of analog input. And here you can see this is our analog output, which will be given to our conveyor, or we can say that VFD. Now let us talk about digital outputs. So as you can see from control panel, there is start indicator and reset button indicator. So first of all, we will give 24 volt supply to common of outputs, and 0 volt we will connect directly to the outputs, and another terminal of the indicator we will connect it to output 0 and output 1. Now let us talk about the logic of our PLC program. So first of all, as discussed in the previous video, we have to copy paste our function block in order to link our ladder programming, or we can say our Siemens PLC sim to Factory IO. So that is a ready-made function block that you have to copy from sample file, and its link will be provided in the description. Now talking about our main OB, that is the main ladder programming. So first of all, we have to create the latching circuit using start and stop button, and that will latch our memory bit, and by using the memory bit we will turn on conveyor motor start indicator. And in real machine we don't have emitter and remover, but in Factory IO, to put the objects on the conveyor, we have to energize emitter and remover also. Now talking about the analog part. So first of all, the value coming from potentiometer has to be scaled, and after that we will convert it into 0 to 10 volt form, and that 0 to 10 volt form will be given to conveyor VFD. That will be our analog output, and also we will give this output to our display, that is you can see this is the display. So here also we have to show our analog output. So analog output will be going to conveyor and this screen also. So total we have two analog outputs and one analog input. So let us first make the scene in Factory IO, and in the next part of this video I will write ladder programming in Siemens TIA portal and also show you the simulation, because the video will become longer. So in this part, let us deal with Factory IO only. where we will create the required scene in factory IO. You can see I have opened my factory IO. Click on the new button and first of all select your type of camera. So I generally use this. By right clicking, you can change your perspective, and by scrolling down, you can change the height, and by keypad, you can move like this. Okay, arrow keys on the keypad. So first of all, we need 4-meter conveyor. So you can drag it. So you can drag and drop like this. So I will put my conveyor over here like this. After that, I will change my perspective and come over here. With the arrow keys, I can move. Now I want emitter and remover for my conveyor. Now right click over it, select vertical transition and move object like this. Again, this is my required level. Now put it on the conveyor. Similarly, we will place emitter. So again, right click, click on vertical trans, move it in vertical direction, and then place it on conveyor. Let us see from different angles. So now it is properly placed. Again, change the perspective and come backwards. So now what I will do, I want one control panel over here. So for that, we can go to operators also from here. So let us change our perspective first and get this control panel like this. Bring it over here like this. Now move it in vertical direction by pressing the V on your keypad. Now again change your perspective with right click. So here we can see panel is not mounted properly. Now it is mounted properly. Now bring the start button over here. You press Ctrl V to move it in vertical direction. Okay. So you can see that button is not over here on the panel. So just move it like this and so now it is on the panel. Okay, let us put it over here. Similarly, we have to put our stop button. So take it like here. Just zoom in and press V on the keypad and like this. So we have to keep it over panel and now it is placed. Similarly, we will keep 2 more items. Okay, that is display over here. Now we have to move it in vertical direction. So in this way, I have kept. And now finally I want potentiometer. So that also I will put it like this. Let us move in horizontal direction and then keep it over here. So this is our control panel. This way we can adjust. Now what we have to do, important thing is to click on the conveyor and we have to change it from digital to analog because we have to control the speed. So go to configuration and here we have to select analog. Here in the digital plus and minus, what happens? We can change the direction forward or reverse by positive and negative output. But right now in our case we want analog. So as we will give analog value to the conveyor output, it will change its speed. Now we have to set up our driver. So first of all, let us select PLC sim from here. And from configuration, we can select how many analog inputs or outputs we want. So we want only one analog input and 2 analog outputs. And let us select 5 outputs and 2 digital inputs and select back. So this is for particular this application. Now in the next part, I will write ladder logic in the TIA portal and then I will connect my factory IO to our PLC sim and we will do the simulation. If you want to see more examples like this, show your interest by liking and subscribing our YouTube channel. Meet you in the next part of this video.